Hello, and welcome to our podcast about Split International School. I'm Sophia,
I'm Lola.
And I'm Mia.
and this podcast is mostly about our schools, but we just want to share with you a little bit more what's happening in our school, who are our students, what is our curriculum, and what we do here at Split International School. Yeah. So we wanted to start off by introducing ourselves a little bit more, because in future you'll see us more.
So, my name's Lola. I'm 17 years old. I'm Croatian French, and before I came to this school, I was homeschooled by a French program for 4 years.
I'm Sophia. I lived most of my life in Switzerland. I lived a year in Denmark, and then 4 years ago, this is my fourth year at Split International School. So I'm from the beginning on at Split International School, and yes, so like I'm Croatian and Swiss and Danish, and I'm 16 years old.
Hi, I'm Mia. I'm also 16 years old. I'm attending grade 11. I'm from Croatia and Germany. I lived most of my life in Germany, and I just moved recently to Croatia, so I'm new at the school.
So we wanted to start to introduce our school a bit. As I already said, it's Split International School. Do you want to continue?
Yeah, so as Sophia said, this is the fourth year of our school being opened. It follows the IB curriculum, and our principal, John Rogosic, is one of the founders of the school. We have over 180 students, starting from first grade to 12th grade.
Yeah, we follow the IB curriculum. The IB system was founded in 1968 and is since then based in Geneva, Switzerland. It has currently over 5,000 different schools around the world who follow the IB program.
Not every school can just be an IB school. Each school has to go under authorization process, which our school successfully did last year, which we're really proud of because we did it in less than 3 years, which most schools don't accomplish like that. And I think the main thing the IB teaches us is are the IB learner profiles, which we'll introduce to you a little bit.
So there's 12 different IB learner things you can be. There's inquirers, being open-minded, knowledgeable, thinkers, caring, balanced, etc. And inquirers basically means like the IB encourages us to be curious and enthusiastic, to just ask questions about life and in general. And it also encourages us to be very open-minded because a lot of IB schools are international and have international students, and in general it's important for the IB that we are open-minded to different cultures and others around us.
Inquirers, as already you talked about a little bit before, but I think that is also one of the main profiles that we learn is to ask like really powerful questions. This can be in math class, in English class, in Croatian class, questions that have encourages us to further understand the topic, but also share our views and opinions about the topic, and sometimes even questions we could debate hours for. And just help us to become even a better learner.
Yeah, we have to be also knowledgeable, like exploring local and global significant ideas. Also think critical, creative, and ethical, and make decisions also based on the local and global ideas. Mm-hmm. You have to be a good listener, and you have to be confident in more than one language. That's why the IB curriculum always you have to always choose 2 languages, right?
Yeah, you always have to learn at least one other language.
Yeah.
For example, I currently do, as all of us are in the DP program, I do German and English,
I'm doing Croatian and English.
I'm doing Croatian and English.
and there's some of our students who also do French and English, and yeah,
Ukrainian and English also, yeah.
yeah. So like everything you want, basically. Yeah, and then the IB also just teaches us to be principled, like honest, fair, and responsible.
Yeah, which are all important qualities, and just in general to be caring of the environment around us and of ourselves. And also an important thing that I think the IB teaches us is to be independent. A lot of the work in school, we are followed by teachers, but the teachers are also encouraging us to question ourselves about our work, to analyze it in our ways, to find different things by ourselves, and not that we're only taught one way to do by the teacher.
Since we also complete our DP program in 6 different subjects, which we'll talk about later, I think it's really important to become responsible and learn how to balance work life with private life, so we can even like complete the diploma and complete it successfully, hopefully.
Yeah, the balance is, I think, the most important one. It helps you later on at the university, and you have to. And also, we are really reflective. Everything we do, we'll almost always write a reflection on it, and we always have a reflection, or we have always a hopeful and realistic idea for the future.
Yeah. And then obviously risk takers. The DP program is pretty challenging, and sometimes you have to take risks to be able to succeed.
Yeah. So now we're gonna introduce the diploma program, since all of us are now in the diploma program, the first year of the diploma program. In the diploma program, you can have 6 subjects. It's recommended to have 3 standard level subjects and 3 high level subjects. I'm taking high level history, English, and art, and my standard level subjects are math, and math, creation, and
What are you taking?
I forgot. Wait, I chemistry. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. We can see obviously which ones I think about more.
Yeah, I take math, English, and chemistry on a higher level, and then I take history, German, and this is really bad. What else do I take?
Chemistry?
No, chemistry. Oh, and I take business on a standard level.
I take math HL, business HL, and English HL. And then for standard level, I have creation, physics, and art.
Yeah. So we do share some subjects, but then often we also have completely different subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have, most of us took these subjects to prepare for the future universities. And the HL is also like that you're more focused on.
Important, yeah. They're more gonna be like what you think of doing in the future, usually.
It's mostly related to that.
Yeah. Along with those 6 subjects, to pass our diploma program, we have to take TOK, which is Theory of Knowledge. It's a class that we all have to take, and it generally just makes us think about how do we know what we know. We also have CAS, which is Community Activity and Service. It makes us partake in projects that would include community activity or service. Or creativity. The CAS curriculum takes around 150 hours of non-academic activity. And finally, we have the EE, which is the extended essay, where which is around like 4,000 words, and we have to take a subject that we like the most and then write an essay based on that subject. So I'm thinking of, since I like literature the most, I'm thinking of writing a comparative essay on 2 books that I enjoy reading.
Yeah. For extended essay, it's not due until next year around this time. So, and we're not really sure yet, most of us, what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
So
we
it's
just have ideas what we're gonna do.
Yeah, it's an open question.
But I think we have a deadline till December. I think so. Research question and our advisors. Yeah, you have a teacher. You choose a subject, and then mostly the teacher from this subject is your advisor for the theme you're like doing, and advises you what you can do better and what you can talk about like exactly in the extended essay.
Yeah, it's more like a research paper than like an original essay. But yeah, I think just the extended essay just like is really something what you can do, what you really want to know about more. Like it's really about your personal how do you say it? Interests and further developing and learning about them. And then also just quickly back to HL and SL. We didn't say yet, but like basically SLs you take 3 hours per week, and then HL you have 4 hours per week.
Yeah, and it's also in the exam, and at the end of the year you have, for HL you have 3 papers, and for SL you have 2 papers, right? And then you have also for, I think, besides Croatian and English, you have also like essays, IAs, how do you call it?
Yeah.
Internal assessment,
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
And then for English and Croatian, you have like IO, and that's like you talk with the teacher for 10 minutes.
You basically have a presentation, which will make like around 20% of your final grade or something like that. So it's a really complicated diploma, I would say. But it's definitely worth it because you learn so much more than only like.
It pushes you to learn more and to want to learn more, and it also just in general colleges are more likely to accept you because they know that you can take responsibility for your work. You already know how to balance that work, and you already know how to research and do all of those things that some other college students might not know how to do yet.
Yeah. And especially because our school is very small, it only has 180 students, but also because the IB diploma requires that every class has a maximum of 16 students, I believe, 16 to 18. The classes are tiny most of the time, especially in our school because there's not many students. But also, just the whole IB encourages really small classes. So that the students can learn as much as possible.
Yeah, and the teachers can focus more on on you. I think the biggest class we have is like business and English.
Yeah.
It's like the only ones.
Where we're like maybe like 13 people, less 12.
No, in English we're all together.
Which is like around 12.
Yeah, and then you're the only one in business that is missing. Yeah. I think that TOK and CAS, I never had like a subject like TOK or CAS, like something we should do outside of school. I think that's also a very good subject to prepare us for the future. And do stuff like CAS is something you should do outside school, like community activity and service. And it helps also in college later on if you try to get a job or something to like the application.
Yeah.
They could see we have experience.
Yeah, exactly. I think that to end this podcast, we should maybe talk about what we thought about the school, because I know that it's completely different from what I thought it would be when I first came here. When I first came here, I thought like it would be super demanding and people would just. I didn't think I would fit in with the people, but it's so weird how like everyone's so like nice and welcoming, and the school like encourages that, of course. And while the program is demanding, I think it teaches in such a different way than the programs that I followed before, like Croatia or France. It just like I find it much more interesting, and I like it like much more. Like this is the best type of program for me to study.
Yeah, no, definitely. I came from a Swiss curriculum, and the Swiss curriculum is really like strict and old school, I would say. So coming into the IB was like at first I had to adjust to it because it was so different. Because you learn in so many different new ways that I've never learned before. Like in Switzerland, I would only like learn vocabularies and that like definitions, and that was it. That was what counted at the end. And here it's like there's so many traits you have to develop, and you continue to further develop throughout the years, which you do not learn in many schools. For example, analysis, like all of our subjects encourage us so much to deeper understand the subjects than only the roots of it, and like further question it. And I think also because our school is an international school, it's much easier to fit in because everyone comes from different backgrounds, and at the end you always find something in common, but at the same time you're all so different. So yeah.
I came from a German curriculum that is also like, it's similar to the Swiss one. We have like most of the time we had to learn vocabulary and learn things by heart. The teacher would like say something and you would always write it down and never like really ask questions about it. While here in the IB it's like different, and it was like new to me when I came in this year. You were like all discussing things, you were like all in the conversation, and we in Germany are really strict with the conversations. Only if the teacher like says you can talk. That's like really different here than it is in any school. I think in the Croatian system it's also similar. The teachers are really strict, more strict than here. I think it's the thing I like about the school. And before coming here, I thought it would be really hard because some people said to me it would be hard, and especially in 11th and 12th grade because it's the DP program. But now I think if you have a balanced life and organize yourself, it's all right. But you have a lot of things to do. That's really...
Yeah, you definitely have to be prepared to work more, but I think in the end it's completely worth it, and it boosts you. It doesn't only like bring you to a better school, it brings you to a better person, you as yourself. So yeah.
I think that we can choose our subject. That's the thing I like the most about the school.
Exactly. You can exactly learn what you're interested in. Like yes, of course, like you're not going to be super interested in all of the 6 subjects you choose, but still you don't have to take, for example, I didn't take physics because I simply just not interested in it.
Yeah, I didn't take chemistry. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, so it really like encourages already what you know and what you are good at and your strength, and you can further develop those strengths, which I think not many school or like programs encourage that much as this one does.
In Germany we had like subjects and you had to take all of them that were like for the meant for the year. And then in like later on you can like choose 2 other subjects as HL, but the others have to sell us. So you have like so many hours. I know my friends stay till 5 at school sometimes. That's like we're good.
Yeah, we're lucky that our school isn't. It's demanding in different ways, but we're still able to like take the subjects that we're more interested in. So it's an easier way to work because you know that you like that subject most of the time. Yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed our little introduction to our school and to ourselves. And I hope you're here to listen to new interesting things we're going to have to tell you.
Yes, thank you for listening, and until the next time.
Yeah, we will see you guys. Bye. Bye.